everybody, welcome to GGS Railways. My name is Greg. This is my YouTube channel. Tonight we're going to be doing an unboxing of a Dorfan brand tank car. Probably saying to yourself, I've never heard of Dorfan brand. Well, there's pretty good reason for that, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But before we get started, for those of you that are returning subscribers, hello, thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you for your feedback, your likes, your comments, your suggestions. We couldn't do this without you. Thank you so much. For those of you that are not yet subscribers, you might consider subscribing. We do all kinds of train shenanigans, and I think you would really enjoy it. You'll get notices when we upload new videos or go live. You really don't want to miss it. I mean, it's just, I think it's awesome. All right, with no further ado, let's get started on the unboxing. Now, one more thing before we get started, and I promise this is it. So we actually recorded the unboxing, the actual unboxing part earlier, because we got a bunch of packages in all at once. And the thing about buying things, especially some of these older things, is you want to inspect them for damages as quickly as you can. So we did do the unboxing on the camera, but you'll notice here in a minute that I won't be wearing the same clothes. I don't want that to freak anybody out, so I just wanted to tell you that ahead of time. All right, with no further ado, now we're going to get started. Okay, so let's get to the part that everybody's waiting on, the actual unboxing here. This is this box looks like it's kind of been through some stuff here. I hope the contents are okay. It's kind of not real well packaged from the appearance of things, but anyway, let's see what we got here. My favorite knife for opening packages. It's always a good start. So I think I know what this is, and the way it's packaged, I hope it's not damaged. All right. The strongest part about this this packing is the shipping label, which is over yet another shipping label. I hope, glad that didn't fall off because it wasn't on there very well. So, okay, we've got the classic newspaper packing. That's interesting. So let's see. Okay, I think this is what this is. Let's see. Let's see. So I think this may be the Dorfan tank car. And yes, it is. This thing. Wow. So Dorfan is a train company. It's the American counterpart of Fandor, and it was around in the I believe late 1920s. I may correct that here in a minute, but let's see. Actually, it probably says in the description where I bought it. I will look real quick and I will tell you. Let's see. Okay, do it like this. Let's see original listing. All right, you see how I was really prepared here, right? So, okay, I don't want to look at the order details, I want to look at the listing. Okay, oh, here we go. So, let's see. It's very good, a couple of small scratches, rare, which is interesting because I think I saw 3 others for sale, but it's rare. So okay, it says the year of manufacture was 1924, and I'll just have to take their word for it. I hope you guys can see this. We'll get a little bit better shot of it a little bit later on. So that's that. Pretty nice, liking it a lot. Okay, so here we have our Dorfan tank car. It is really nice. Dorfan was a toy train company based here in the United States. However, its parent company, Fandor Trains, was a German company. It is widely believed, that Fandor, the German company, formed Dorfan here in the United States to avoid tariffs, because selling things from Germany to America obviously involved tariffs. So they thought that they could cash in on the market share in 1924, which is when Dorfan was founded. I might have already said that. Also when this little guy was made. So Dorfan did not have a great run, a great history. They were wildly popular, but they never quite got off the ground. As a matter of fact, like I said, this little guy was made in 1924. Now, a total of 10, you heard that right, 10 freight cars were ever made. This was one of them. Dorfan was only in business from 1924 to 1934. If you know American history, you know that 1934 was pretty much the middle of the Great Depression. A lot of businesses went out. Dorfan had some other problems, some internal problems, some manufacturing problems. So we'll talk about that, Fandor a little bit later in another video, because we have a little something coming that we will talk about later. But when I started this, I wanted to find a Dorfan locomotive, and it turns out that Dorfan locomotives are extremely rare. I'm going to put some pictures in here to show you why. The Dorfan came up with this ingenious alloy that turned out to not be so ingenious. They mixed copper and zinc. Well, we all know about zinc rot, right? So what happens is, over a very short period of time, not even a long period of time, the locomotives just disintegrated. They fell apart, and that's what these pictures here show. These are actually from an eBay listing, but this is what they do, and it didn't take a lot of time. Dorfan wound up replacing a lot of these bodies at great cost to them, but they never could get past the alloy that they created and the impurities in that alloy. So finding a Dorfan locomotive that actually is in existence or runs right now is almost impossible. It's almost unheard of. However, the train cars were really well made. You can find these. Now they're fairly expensive, but they're really well made. They're really nice quality. You could probably run them behind any of your tab and slot train cars. So that's what Dorfan is. That's what it was. Now, interestingly, Dorfan had problems at one point manufacturing their locomotives, like I said, and they got so desperate at one point in their history that they actually bought Ives, Ives like the train company. They bought Ives train engines, repainted them, and branded them Dorfan. That's crazy. That's desperation. That's wow. So if you find a Dorfan train engine, maybe it's really an Ives, especially if it's still together, I suppose. Anyway, that's Dorfan. That's what I know. That's pretty cool. So I do have a Fandor locomotive coming. That's why I said we will talk about that later. Fandor, the German base, did not have the the problems that the American line had. Interestingly, and I've seen this in other train companies from abroad, like Trix and some others, what they do in, like, I think Trix was in England, what they ship to the United States, what they make for the United States is often an inferior product. I'm not sure what that says about what they think about us or or how that works out, but it seems like that history I've seen a couple times in a couple other train companies, so that's very interesting. Okay, so because there obviously are no Dorfan engines to run this tank car behind, we have employed our American Flyer. I believe it's a 3195X. It manufactured in 1918, which makes it about 6 years older than the Dorfan car, but that's okay. The tabs and slots, more importantly, they seem to line up okay. I had thought about maybe using marks. It also uses tab and slot, but the cars on marks are a lot lighter, and this Dorfan car is actually fairly heavy, so I thought that might not work out real well. So we're going to use the American Flyer. We haven't run the American Flyer in some time, so maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. It's always fun to see this one go around the track. This one just always amazes me. Never ever had a problem of any kind with this. Once again, manufactured in 1918. So all right, let's get this started. Let's see what happens. I need to watch the speed on this because the transformer on this track is higher amps than what it actually needs. So until you get it started good, you kind of got to watch the speed. All right. I kind of know the sweet spot, so I think we'll be okay. So all right, here it comes. All right. I think you'll agree this is pretty beautiful. Amazing. So I think you can go just a little bit faster than that. There's just one little spot here that it runs well, but not too fast. And that spot is really small. So that might be it. That looks okay. Oh, that seems a little fast yet. This American Flyer 3195X is cast iron, so you do not want to crash it. That would not be good. You would have a handful of pieces and not a lot more. So alright, that Dorfan car looks pretty good going around the track, I think. So guys, how do you feel about maybe a slow motion shot? Although this is pretty slow, sometimes that gives us a little better perspective. Let's try it. Alright, so here it comes around the track. We've got the camera in a little bit different mode that might showcase it a little bit better. That is beautiful. Wow. This American Flyer never ever disappoints me. And that Dorfan car looks right at home. Right at home. American Flyer is solidly an American company, pulling a semi-German tank car. That's pretty cool. So, alright guys, well, this was the unboxing of this Dorfan tank car. As you can see, it is absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, they're a little more expensive, a little more than I usually pay for train cars, but if I come across another one or two, I would certainly grab them. Like I said, we have the Fandor, the German branch of Dorfan. Train engine coming, so maybe it'll feel more at home behind that. I don't know. I'm excited. I've never obviously had one of those, so it's something to look forward to, something that's exciting. So, alright guys, well, I think this is about it for now. If you liked the video, be sure and give it a like. That's the only way that we know that you liked it. Otherwise, maybe you hate it and we would never know. Hey. So, alright, with no further ado, GGS Railways